So Operation Highmast represents the continuation of our commitment to support our interests in the Indo Pacific from a strategic point of view. Not only that allows us to support our NATO partners, and we've done a lot of that in the early stages of deployment through exercise mid-strike, and then we came through into the Indian Ocean and through to Australia now, and we find ourselves in Darwin, where we're able to continue that support and demonstrate that commitment through exercises such as Talisman Sabre. And it doesn't stop here. The deployment is going to continue, and we're going to continue supporting our allies and partners all the way back through to the UK. It's a really great opportunity for not only on a tactical level, for our squadron, for this ship, but also for the carrier strike group in the UK as a whole. The primary role of our aircraft is anti-submarine warfare. We rarely get the opportunity through our, basically through geography, but also through our normal tasking to integrate with nations such as Australia, but also other Indo Pacific partners, and learn from their procedures and from an anti-submarine warfare perspective. Gaining that knowledge and experience that you guys have, particularly in warmer water and operating with different types of submarines, is really invaluable for us, and bringing that back to the UK so we can continue that learning together and sharing of wider knowledge from an anti-submarine warfare perspective. But across Talisman Sabre and across all the spheres of warfare, that is replicated across all the different aircraft types and platforms that we have. The Merlin HM.2 is really the completion of the ASW sensor and weapons fit that can be delivered from this platform. This is an excellent platform in terms of anti-submarine warfare, from what it can deliver for long-term, persistent capability, particularly in our backyard areas such as the North Atlantic, but it can be replicated throughout the world. That's then enhanced further by our ability to localise contacts at range particularly, but then deliver an effect should that be required through our weapons fit, and also being able to communicate with submarines, or in extremis conduct any search and rescue operations with submarines. We've got a full sensor suite that's equipped to perform any of those roles. Nominally, the routine for that would be the ship has got something it wants to investigate from an underwater perspective, but not only that, this can be replicated to in a surface or any other type of environment we can support in. So the ship's got something it wants to look at more closely, or it wants to deliver an effect at range, and then there'll be a decision made on board to action us as the aviation asset to go and deliver that effect at range. We've got a sort of an available flying distance, about 180 nautical miles, to enable us to give us some time on task and then return to the platform that we came with. So that's really an ability that we've got that's unmatched in the Royal Navy from an aviation perspective. Any role that we can conduct at sea, more or less we can get the same from a land shore base as well. Our routine base is at Royal Naval Air Station Culdrose down in Cornwal in the UK, and we routinely conduct ASW operations from there. It's perfectly placed geographically close to the ocean, and we can affect stuff in the English Channel without even having to embark at that point. So it's a really useful place and position. We're used to operate both ashore and at sea to conduct the same effect. We always strive for kind of sharing that experience level throughout our task force, try and bring people up as soon as possible to operate at the highest level. We're doing that on this deployment by bringing quite a lot of people who have just came out of training, so they're still doing the sort of initial learning the ropes, so to speak. Namely on Richmond, we've got one pre-certificate of competence pilot, so he's fresh out of the training sort of system, and he's learning as much as he can from this deployment. It's a really good opportunity to get him on board, get used to operating from a small deck like this, a Type 23 frigate, and gain all the experience that he needs to further his career going forward. And we're replicating that across the task group in many different areas, with different types of aircrew coming out at different times to really share that experience across our force, which is a really good way to do it. Darwin's been such a great host to us. Australia more generally has been really supportive. That's both from a military and civilian side. We couldn't have asked for more help and support immediately from when we arrived, and the support that was offered to us from a military standpoint, and then later on when we get some time off to go and enjoy ourselves in the local area. All the civilians have been really friendly. It's been really welcoming, and we look forward to coming back here again at some point.